Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I want to create a makeup inspired by Emma Watson's makeup. Emma Watson is an actress that I really love and it's part of my childhood. I grew up with her, with the Harry Potters, and I think most of you might have also grown up with her. So I thought that I would create a little series where I create makeup looks inspired by celebrities' makeups, and I wanted to start with Emma Watson. But before that, if you are new, welcome, my name is Ines, and if you are interested in learning how to develop your skills in makeup, fashion, or lifestyle as a young adult, then please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notified when I post a new video every Wednesday and Saturday. I'm just gonna hydrate my lips with the Sephora Watermelon Lip Balm. This is the picture that I'm gonna base my makeup in. I feel like this is the more typical Emma Watson makeup. It's always that fresh face with a more coral orangey lip and the bronze on the eye, so that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to start with primer, going for a hydrating primer first. This is the NYX Hydra Touch primer. I really like this primer to hydrate my whole face before I start doing my makeup, obviously. And even though I have combination skin, I really like to use a hydrating primer first because I can have a few dry patches because of my acne. So a hydrating primer just helps smooth that out. Of course, Emma Watson has the most beautiful smooth skin, which I don't. I have a couple of friends here, and on my chin, this one came in today, which is perfect. Next, I'm gonna add just a little bit of the Touching Soul No Problem primer on my nose to smooth out my pores, but it's really just the tiniest bit because a little bit goes a long way. Okay, for foundation, I'm gonna use a very light coverage foundation. This is the Bear With Me Tint Skin Veil in number 4. If I am not mistaken, in Vanilla Nude. I think, no, that's number 2. I'm confused. Is Vanilla Nude. It is a more yellow toned skin tint, which my skin is. I don't know why on camera I look so much orange or like tanned than I am in real life, but I do have a yellow undertone, and this is a very light coverage. And since Emma Watson has such a nice skin and always looks fresh, even though my skin isn't perfect, I want that fresh natural look. I am gonna blend it with a brush, and then I'm gonna use my sponge if there are any brush strokes. I always start with my jawline to blend it into my neck because I normally forget. As you can see, it doesn't make the biggest difference. It mainly evens out your skin tone, which is really good for those natural, no makeup days. Now that everything is blended, I'm gonna go into concealer. And again, I'm gonna go for a concealer that is very similar to my skin tone. This is the Sephora High Coverage Concealer. I wouldn't say it is a high coverage, I would say it's more of a medium coverage. And I really like this concealer, especially when I'm late for university and I want just to hide a few pimples or my under eye bags. It's really quick to just swipe on the face and use your fingers to blend everything out. It's a very useful concealer, and it's not too expensive either, which is really good. So I'm just gonna hide my bags, which are quite noticeable. I'm gonna put a little bit on my pimples, not too much, a little bit on between my eyebrows. I don't know why I'm really red between my eyebrows. If you guys like know a reason why or just a suggestion on why that is, I would really like to know. And a little bit on the sides of my nose. Okay, we can always add a little bit more. For this, I'm gonna use my Real Technique sponge and I'm just gonna lightly tap on the spot to make sure that I have the most coverage. the trick to hide a spot. Normally you can color correct, but I don't use color correctors. I'm not used to using them, and when I use them I always use them wrong, so I just don't do it. But a thing that really helps when I'm just putting concealer is I tap really lightly, and I try not to move a lot the sponge. Leave it right on top and then slowly do circles around it to blend the concealer around the spot without disturbing it. Okay, I think it all looks pretty covered. Right now I just look like I have nothing on. I am pretty glowy because all of these products are a more glowy formula, but it just looks like I've evened my skin tone, which is exactly what we wanted. For powder, I'm just going to use my Laura Mercier powder. This is my trustworthy powder that I've had for way too long, but it's still going and I still love it. And even though Emma Watson still has a little glow to her skin, it's not too glowy. I feel like her makeup artists normally set her face, so she has a little bit of a glow, but it's extremely natural, and so I'm not gonna avoid powder for my makeup. And I'm just gonna remove the creases under my eyes, and I'm gonna use my sponge to put powder on my T-zone, which is where I get the most oily, so I really want to set it in place so my makeup doesn't move. Also gonna set my pimples with the sponge to really press the powder on it and make sure that when I go with the brush I'm not gonna be moving or disturbing my pimples. Now I'm just gonna pick up my powder brush, wiggle it a little bit in here, picking up a little, oh my god, too much. And I'm just gonna set the surrounding of my face. Looking at the picture, I feel like she doesn't have a lot of bronzer on, even though she has. You can see it on her cheeks, but it's very lightly and very natural. So for that, I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which I feel it's the most natural bronzer that I have because it is not super pigmented from the start. You can really do just a light layer and then build it up until you feel like it looks good on you. So I'm going to use this. Where is my brush? Okay, just gonna lightly tap it and put this on my forehead. I'm not gonna bring the bronzer too inwards, I'm just really gonna define my cheekbone right here. As you can see, it is a very natural bronzer. You can do a very light layer, and I feel like this way it looks the more similar to the photo. Moving on to blush. She has a very natural looking blush, so the only one that I knew it was a very natural looking is my Physicians Formula Butter Blush in Nude Silk. This is a very beautiful nude pink blush, and it's very natural on your cheeks. You can build it up so it is more noticeable, but I really like the fact that this is a very natural and light blush. I'm just gonna pick it up a little bit and apply it to the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm gonna blend it into the bronzer. Like, can you see the difference from this cheek to the one where I haven't put the blush yet? It almost looks unnoticeable, but it does make a difference. It just makes you look more put together and a little bit more natural because your face has naturally rosy cheeks. As for highlighter, she doesn't really look like she's using highlighter on her face, but she probably either doesn't have a highlighter, but I do want to put a highlighter on my look. So decided to use this Milk Makeup highlighter in Lit, which is, if you look at it, it looks like a brownie highlighter, but this is an extremely natural highlighter. Let me show you. If I put this, can you see it there? It basically doesn't have a color, it's like a transparent highlighter, but when you put it to the light, it is extremely beautiful. It's like a balm you can put on your face, and it just gives you a very natural glow. And what I like to do is I just do a little tapping on my cheek, and then I use my finger to blend it. I'm not gonna put a lot because she doesn't really look like she's using anything. I just want to give a little bit of a glow to my cheek. Also gonna add the tiniest bit on the tip of my nose and between my eyes. I just need a highlighter there so I feel like the look is complete. And the tiniest bit, just what's left on my finger on the cupid's bow. For the eyebrows, she really doesn't look like she's using much. She does have like a fluffy look to her eyebrows, so I'm just going to use a brow gel, and I'm going to use my Benefit Gimme Brow Gel. This is like a miniature version in number 5. And I'm just going to brush my brow hairs upwards to give myself a more fluffy look. I'm also going to use this eyebrow gel to try and create faux freckles. I have never tried to do this, so it might go horribly wrong, but we'll see. I think I'm going to try and recreate the faux freckles at the end so I don't ruin the look right now. But before moving on to the eyes, I do want to freshen up my skin for 2 reasons. It is really hot in here and I want to set everything together, so I'm going to use my Mario Badescu Rose Water. Let's see if I don't do the same mistake I did a couple of videos ago. With the queen side on my sponge, I'm just going to press the spray on my face to really set everything. I just primed my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And for eyeshadow, I'm going to use my Zoeva, what is this called? Blanc Fusion. Like Blanc Fusion or Blanc Fusion. Not sure if it's like a French name or they just want you to say the French word in English. But this is what the palette looks like. It is perfect if you're into your natural nude brownie shades. So it has a row of matte and then a row of shimmers. And on the picture you can see she has like a bronzy, maybe a little bit of a copper eyelid, so I'm gonna try to recreate it with this palette. I'm gonna start with the shade Joy in the Box. This is a perfect brownie transition shade, and I'm gonna put this on my outer corner, blending it into my crease. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Conch and put that on the outer corner and blend it again into the crease. I'm not gonna deepen the outer corner too much. I'm gonna leave it like this because she doesn't look like she has a very deep defined eyelid. Again, with the same brush, I'm gonna go into that first shade and put that on my lower lash line. Now with my finger, I'm gonna go into the shade Late Bloomer, which is a deep gold shimmer. And I'm gonna put this on my lid. I feel like the eye look like this looks pretty good. I'm just gonna put mascara off camera because that's really boring, and I'm gonna use the mascara Revolution, and I'll be right back. So all that is left is the lips. On the picture she looks like she's using a very orange toned lipstick. I don't have that, so I thought I could use my NYX Powder Puff Lippy. This is in the shade Puppy Love. It is a more pinkish tone. Oh no, it's way too pink. This is an inspired makeup look, it's not like a total recreation, so I'm gonna put the tiniest bit on my lips. And I'm just gonna top it. This way it leaves a more natural, not as strong pink. It's not bad. I feel like if it was a little bit more orange tone, it will look better with the eyes. But it doesn't look bad at all. I don't have orange tone lipsticks. Should I get them? Like, leave me recommendations down below of orange toned nudes or orange toned lipsticks, please. Okay, so this would be the look complete. Do we try the full freckles? I think I'm gonna try the full freckles. How am I gonna do this? Eyebrow gel. I'm just gonna place a little bit of the product on my finger, tap the excess off, and let's tap this on under my eyes. Okay. I do see them, but they are very, very, very minimal. So I'm gonna try and put a little bit more product and not tap as much on my hand. Okay, this is turning out a little bit of a fail, but at least I tried. I feel like because my eyebrow gel is also so dark, because number 5, it's almost a black eyebrow gel, so I feel like these are not the these are not the most natural freckles because they are so dark. Okay, it just looks like I put product all over my face, like you barely can even see them. Well, I tried. I don't have beautiful freckles like Emma Watson, but this is the look complete. If you enjoyed it, then please like this video and subscribe to the channel to more content like this. And go follow me on my social media, I post there every day. Don't forget to let me know in the comments all the things that I asked you during this video. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye!